Remember when life actually felt real?
Yeah. Now it feels like an illusion wrapped in a heavy haze of bullshit.
Always interrupted.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Nick.
And Kirsten.
And this is Always Interrupted, episode 3.
Yep. And sorry we're so late getting our this podcast up and running. It's been a wild week for us. Yeah. Pretty busy.
Yep, got interrupted with some stuff.
Yeah, always interrupted. But here we are.
Maybe we'll try and grind 2 out.
Yeah. So I've been feeling a lot of, déjà vu lately. Feels so weird when it happens.
I hardly ever get it anymore. I used to get it all the time.
Yeah.
I did experience it. Well, you thought I experienced it today, but I know I just saw that video that you were watching. That's how I knew what was going to happen.
Oh, the Frontline documentary, PBS.
I don't know,
I was
whatever
watching.
You were watching.
Yeah, I swear I did not put that on before. When you said that, it was posted 11 hours ago, and when I initially saw it pop up on YouTube, I didn't even play it. I just said, save to watch later list.
Yeah, but Déjà Vu, you're never able to recite lines of a show before they happen.
Well, maybe in another life,
I don't think
I was
works
watching some of it, and
I remembered all the words.
Yeah, that could be
that far. I think Déjà Vu.
Things have happened.
You think I thought Déjà Vu was just maybe half a second behind it happening.
Maybe you got like some Three-Eyed Raven stuff going on, and you could see it.
I would love to believe that. I would love to believe that I was seeing the future that far ahead.
Well, looking Déjà Vu up, this is what Bustle says, but it's the feeling of familiarity could be happening because you've actually had the same experience in the past, but simply don't remember it.
How far in the past? Like the same life?
It doesn't say.
Or are they talking about past lives too?
They just the question asked was, why do déjà vu moments happen? But the scientific explanation from Science Daily, they say déjà vu could be linked to discrepancies in the memory systems of the brain, leading the sensory information to bypass short-term memory and reach long-term memory instead. This may produce the unsettling feeling that we've experienced a new moment before.
Right, so, yeah. That's basically saying that you're remembering it as it's actually happening.
Why is that? It's like it.
So it feels
glitching.
like, it is a weird feeling. Like it's never something you're used to.
Huh.
Could you imagine if your whole life was just déjà vu? Every moment of your life?
Yeah, I'd be scared all the time. Because sometimes, like when I get déjà vu.
You think you get used to it?
No. I don't know. Well, maybe. But it'd be weird. Because when I get it, I get nervous. And I used to think that when it happened, I felt good. I'm like, oh, I'm on the right path. But now it's like, oh, let me just stop and pause and let me make sure the next move I make is the right move so I can make sure I'm going on the right path. That's what I think.
So kind of like you hit a checkpoint.
Yeah.
In a video game?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly.
Like maybe you died at that spot at one point?
Yeah. Could be.
I guess that could happen.
Could be. And this is your new life. You're in the next stage, or
Let me move this microphone around a minute.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nothing makes sense.
No. Yeah, remember.
But I could believe it.
Yeah. anything can happen, because just like you said, and Joe Rogan said this as well too before, but you know, we're on Earth, you know, on this big old ball just floating in space.
Which, I mean, if you look at Earth compared to everything else that we have in the universe, it's not big.
Right. Yeah.
Which makes us nothing.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. And you start to think about that, and it's scary. I always wonder what's outside of space. If I could have some magical device, some instrument, a big sword or something, and I just take it and just rip through space, you know,
Dissect space
and just
like
go through, like rip it open, and then like put myself, you know, peel back the layers. I split open and just go through. Like, what would be there on the other side, outside of space?
Probably more space.
Oh man.
Right?
Yeah, maybe. What do you think it would look like? Would it be like the stars and just
probably the
darkness?
Same. Space just folded.
It's just
onto itself.
Just over and over again. Like when you remember, we were talking about this before, like when you have a mirror.
Oh yeah.
And you hold it up to, how do you do it? You hold it up to another mirror and it just goes on and on and on and on.
That's
like
maybe
infinity.
It would look like that.
Oh, that's creepy. Is there ever an end though?
The beginning?
You're just
It's just a loop.
Oh my goodness. It's like that infinity symbol then.
Right, yeah.
You know? Maybe that's what this whole thing is. Oh,
yeah,
man.
it's
that,
very
like,
possible.
hurts my brain thinking about that. It's like scary.
Oh, yeah, unless you think of it as you'll never die.
Yeah, you always be back. I think we'll.
In that
we'll
way,
come back.
yeah, we could be immortal, but
the things
we
you
don't
learn,
get bored because we die and reset our memory.
But you take some of the stuff you learned, like say in this life we've learned to do a lot. You know, we've experienced a lot, and then it's like leveling up, you know, and those things we learn in this life, it's like ingrained in us in the next life. It's, you know, it makes us stronger.
What's the end game?
I don't know. That's
heaven.
Oh, when we reach like the top of the top.
Are we a god?
Oh, could be. Quite possibly. Maybe we're the conscience. Maybe we become the conscience in other people's heads that are living on Earth, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
The voice in your head, the one that tells you, oh, you ate too much chocolate cake. You don't want to gain weight. Don't eat it. Just an example. But,
that sounds like a demotion.
Well, maybe they take great pride in their work and what they do.
Maybe.
I would love to do that. Could you see me?
Could you imagine being? I don't know if being a god sounds boring.
Well, maybe you don't have like all powers, like you're not all knowing and stuff. Maybe it's kind of like a Greek god mode where maybe you're like Athena. And you know a bunch of, what did she know? It was like crafts and, oh my gosh, I forgot what goddess Athena known.
Yeah, don't ask me.
Up. Yeah, but say like you know like just only certain things. You know, it's just a thought. It's fun to think about.
Yeah,
life outside of this world. There has to be more.
I guess so.
Yeah.
There's a new study well, no, I'm not even gonna say that on this podcast. I don't have the best memory of what I read.
Oh, yeah. Athena was associated with peace and handicrafts, especially spinning and weaving. Yeah. Greek goddess of wisdom and war. All right. That's cool. I'd like to be Athena.
Wait. She was the great goddess of wisdom and war.
Mm-hmm. Greek
and
Mm-hmm.
crocheted.
Yeah, she did spinning and weaving and
Yeah, same
crafts.
basic thing. So she was a grandma of war.
Well, she's not a grandma.
Well, she does what grandmas do.
She's a deity. Oh, that's interesting. Well, grandmas just don't do crafts. There's a lot of women that
I
like
just mean-
crafts. It's all on Pinterest.
Listen, I'm not saying that you have to be an old hag to craft. I'm just saying it's strange that the goddess of war was also a big crafter.
Well, maybe she like put together uniforms or I don't know. I gotta read up on this. I haven't read up on my Greek mythology in a while.
Yeah, who wrote about that? Homer?
It was the Iliad and the Odyssey.
Yeah.
That Homer recited it. He said it. Like he didn't write it down. He was blind, Homer.
He said it and then it was a
No,
book?
it was just like he recited it. Yeah, I guess someone wrote it down. A scribe out.
That's weird.
Yeah, he was a blind man.
Huh.
It was just told, verbally. Recited and all that. Yeah.
And he got fans, and then somebody made a work of his stories.
Homer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, that's crazy.
How come they haven't come out with or have they? Any badass movies? Well, I guess they're all for kids though. What was it, Percy Jackson?
Oh yeah, about Greek mythology. Yeah, I think there's been some, but it was like those made-for-TV movies. I think like on CBS.
Those aren't fun.
No, I don't even know if they show those anymore.
Huh.
Any of those rinky-dink movies are like on Lifetime now.
I can't get comfortable with this new setup here.
Oh.
I have to keep moving.
Oh, we changed our coffee table around a little bit.
I gotta go back over here.
Yeah. Oh, I can see you better now.
Yeah. It was very awkward.
Yeah.
I couldn't look at you.
Yeah, you were sitting right next to me, so
Staring
I
at
was
the
like
wall.
stiff.
That's a lot more comfy.
Yeah,
Comfy?
you're good.
I can stretch out too. All right.
But yeah, I wish there were like I don't know if there was like a really, really good Greek mythology movie. Oh, the 300.
They should make the
but no,
Iliad
that
and
was,
the Odyssey.
What was 300 about?
That was about
This
the war.
some...
That was real. Wasn't it real history?
Was
The
it a
Spartans-
Trojan War?
The Spartans.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I just remember like that one main character yelling.
I hope. Tell me it's real history, and I'm not
And-
just some
Let me see. Let me look it up. All I remember
idiot
is
with a microphone.
let's see.
Just-
Yeah, Gerard Butler.
Gerald.
I thought there was an L in his name. I gotta see. I wear glasses. I gotta go to the eye doctor soon because I haven't been in like 2-3 years, and I'm still wearing the same pair of glasses. I think I need a new prescription here. But 300 says in 480 BC, a state of war exists between Persia, led by King Xerxes, and Greece. At the Battle of, I can't even say this name, Thermopylae, Leonidas, king of the Greek city-state of Sparta, leads his badly outnumbered warriors against a massive Persian army.
Yeah, but that doesn't say. Is it fiction or nonfiction?
Let me Wikipedia it up. This is based on a comic series by Frank Miller. He's the same one who did Sin City.
I'm cutting that out.
Don't keep it, that movie came out a long time ago. I remember seeing it in a movie theater, and I fell asleep.
Why did I watch it in school? Like it was.
You watched 300 in school?
I'm pretty sure.
What? 300 came out in 2006.
Okay.
You were
I'm
in
making
school.
it up. I'm making it all up. I'm just trying to grasp at why I thought it was real.
Why would you watch 300 in school? It's rated R. You're so funny.
Ratings didn't matter at my school. You didn't watch R-rated
rated R movies?
You didn't?
School? No.
We watched a movie with nudity in it.
What?
Which one was it? Was it Romeo and Juliet? Was there nudity in that movie?
Are you talking about the one with DiCaprio?
Maybe.
And I never saw that one. I know he was in it. I've never seen it. We saw the old Romeo and Juliet that was made in like the 60s or 70s.
We had
boring.
One time we had a substitute for like a month, and all we did was watch movies because the substitute didn't teach us. I don't even know if we had a substitute. Like our teacher was just out, and so the teacher next door would just put on a movie for us so that we were entertained.
Wow. That's crazy. I don't remember
I could be making that up too.
Well, that was the best part
or at least exaggerating.
When they rolled in that, the TV on the little wheels, the little
I think it was
cart
English
thing.
class.
Yeah.
Who knows? I was never good in English.
Oh, I loved English class.
I bet you did.
Yeah.
I liked art class.
Yeah, we had to always get a permission slip to watch, even if it was PG-13.
Yeah, we did too.
Because of certain things in it.
They would have gotten in a lot of trouble, but I mean...
No, I don't
Who doesn't let their kids watch a movie at school? I want to know what those parents are like.
You know what? I bet now, parents are really, really picky about that thing now. But, when we were in school, our parents, or anyone, I think back then, it was more laid back. Oh, who cares?
Yeah, maybe. I'm that way, so that must have been the way it was.
I want to know if a parent, actually said, no.
These helicopter parents. What's in the... hold on, I need to watch it before Johnny can see it.
I mean, I could get maybe if it's
they say crap.
I was thinking a religious, exemption to not watch it. But then I'm like, why? I don't think the teacher would even consider playing it.
Yeah, I don't think
that.
No religious stuff.
Yeah. So that's weird. I don't know why a parent would.
Is it weird?
No.
I mean,
what happens to that kid if the parent did sign the slip and said, no, Johnny can't watch that? Where does that kid go?
They go to detention or something.
That's so embarrassing.
Or sweep. Remember, did you have sweep?
Yes, we had sweep. So I think we should explain what sweep is just in case.
Does nobody have sweep now?
I don't know if schools still have that. How can we explain sweep?
It's easy. There was flyers for it all over the school, in my school at least, that just had a broom on it.
I think I did.
That said, if you're late, you go to the cafeteria. Basically, all the teachers have to have their doors locked
at a certain time after
when
the
bell, the bell rang.
Uh-huh.
Their doors needed to be closed, and even if they saw you running,
yeah, they wouldn't let you in.
They had to close their doors, and
you had to.
You couldn't go to class. You couldn't be late. They wouldn't let you be late to class. Yeah. And then they made you sit through your class
in isolation in this room.
A cafeteria.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yours was in a cafeteria?
Yeah, mine was in the cafeteria, and we weren't allowed to talk.
Yeah.
It was basically detention.
Yeah. Unless did one of your teachers ever call you out of sweep and get you out? Because a teacher did that to me my sophomore year.
Maybe.
This is what happened.
I don't know. I doubt it.
So it was my Spanish class, and I was just so unprepared for this test because we had to write in
Oh,
Spanish.
yeah, one of those. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you're not getting out of this, bitch.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You're taking this test.
So I thought I was being smart. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I'll just go to sweep. I just took myself
Right.
to this sweep.
So you could study.
Yeah. Oh, no, but we couldn't have any books or anything. So I just sat there. I just chose to miss this. I was thinking, okay, I'm going to just go to sweep and I'll sit here and I won't have to take the test. And maybe when I get home, I can study a little bit more and take it the next day. So I'm just sitting there, just happy, like, whoo. Oh, I'm in sweep. I'm so happy. I'm just sitting there in isolation around everyone else. It's like a jail cell or something. Everyone's quiet. You couldn't have your backpack, couldn't go in it or anything. And then the lady that was watching us, one of the teachers, she called my name and she was like, "You got to go to class." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Says who?" She was like, "Your teacher." I'm like, "Okay." And then I went to class. It was my Spanish class. She called me out of sweep and I had to take the test anyway. I think I actually got a B on it, surprisingly. I thought I was going to fail, but it was so funny. But like before I took the test and everything, I remember sitting down and I was a sophomore at the time. And this girl, I think she was a junior. She was like so rude and mean. I don't know what she had against me. But she made some smart ass comment. She was like, "That you get out of this test, huh?" And I turned, like she kind of like sat near me, and I turned to her, and I usually don't curse a lot. I know I just did now, but I was so mad. I turned around and I told her, I was like, "Shut up, bitch."
Did she have red hair?
No, she didn't. But I did not get along with her. She started it though. Like I'm never like mean to anyone like outright, like out off the bat.
I'm
like,
not pointing my finger at you.
No, I know. But like she just, I don't know. She did
Was she
not
blonde?
like me. No, she had dark hair. I think she was from Hawaii. Actually,
Oh.
yeah.
So maybe she thought she was being funny and goofing off with you.
No, I could tell. No, she wasn't. And
then
never
you just
was.
said, "Shut the fuck up, bitch."
Well, she shut up. She shut up. I didn't want to hear it. But anyway, I still did well on my test. So I guess I just
Good for
didn't
you.
have the confidence. Yep.
Did you have the step program too when you had sweep as well?
No.
You didn't have steps?
Uh-uh.
Oh, it's kind of like these kids nowadays when they clip up and clip down. That dumb shit. You didn't have it?
No, we didn't have any step.
Oh,
You sat still. You weren't stepping anywhere.
Yeah, well, on top of sweep, if we were being disruptive or talking during a lecture or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
the teacher would just take a breath and be like, "Nick, step one." In high school, as a senior,
oh my goodness.
and I had to get out of my seat and go sit down at the back of the room and stare at the wall on the floor.
That's like some kindergarten.
Right. Yeah. So if I was talking to somebody else, like Mikey,
Yeah.
we would have to sit next to each other for some stupid reason, and we would just keep talking to each other back there, and then the teacher would be like, "Nick, Mike, step 2."
So
And then we'd have to stand up and stare at the wall.
So that sounds like the equivalent to like
It was stupid.
wearing a dunce cap.
It was fucking
like back
dumb.
in the day.
And then if we kept talking, they'd be like, "Step 3." And they would give us a printout sheet of paper, probably 3 inches by, whatever the lengthwise is for paper, that had something read on it or written on it.
And who does that go to?
We had to read it against the wall while standing there over and over again the whole time we were in step 3.
Oh my gosh. You might as well.
And then if we kept talking, We had to go to the principal's office.
That's so goofy. Like what?
It was ridiculous. I can't believe they thought that was a good idea for fucking high schools.
Oh my gosh.
Step 1. Fuck them. I don't think it lasted very long.
Man. God, I'm so glad we're not in school anymore.
Same with sweet.
Oh, can't. Oh, I do not miss it. I do not miss it at all.
Those were my glory days.
No,
Before I turned 18 was the best time of my life.
You know, when I hit my junior year,
I had no fear.
well, when I hit my junior year, I started realizing that I felt like I was wasting time there because I go to class, not me, like I did my work and everything, but I felt like I would go to class and it wasn't challenging. Like we got like a blank map and we had to, you know, fill in the blank of, you know, which country is where and stuff. And I'm like,
I had to do that for a job application at U-Haul. So that's handy.
But then you can look on Google and stuff for that.
Not
like,
when you're there, though.
And when you're where?
At
school?
U-Haul.
Oh. Please.
So it's good to know that stuff.
Well, not everyone's working at U-Haul. But either way,
turned on a light bulb for me.
Well, that's good. I'm glad it worked for you. But like for me, I wasn't planning on, you know, holding that blank map with all the countries filled out dear all my life when I
countries? Never mind.
Traveled
I had
the
to do just
world and
states.
stuff. Oh yeah, states. See, that's easy.
Yeah,
states are easy.
It is.
But like countries, I'm like, okay.
There's a lot of countries.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I couldn't do that.
Let me learn about them. Tell me something about them.
I don't even know all the countries.
Yeah, there's a lot.
How many countries are there?
I don't know for sure. I didn't
exactly.
feel yeah.
Does anyone know?
Okay, ask Google or Alexa or Echo or whatever devices are around
I just
here.
meant, does anyone... I bet you nobody we know knows how many countries there are.
No, I can look it up, though.
Well, maybe a few. I bet you AJ would. Or at least it claimed to.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I didn't feel challenged. And then, like, you know, I had a government class, and all we did was watch Law and Order episodes. That's it.
So you're...
and it wasn't even, like, the original Law and Order. It was the Special Victims Unit.
Oh, so it's all sex crimes.
Sex crimes.
Nice.
I'm expecting to learn, like, about...
Did you get a certificate? Is that all you need?
I guess I could be, you know, solving those crimes with not Ice Cube, Ice Tea.
Yeah, you should be on Twitter, policing all these comedians.
Oh boy. I
don't want to get into it.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say.
There's
about
too
that.
much. Too much.
And you just watch what you do online.
Too many whys in that conversation.
Yeah. I don't know. You gotta watch what you do, what you say, who you talk to, because all it takes is just they use screenshots and everything. Well,
I wonder how many screenshots are out there with my conversations. Do you have any nice screenshots?
I don't have anything. Who do you have screenshots from? Ooh, should I be concerned?
Probably.
Oh my god. Okay. That's it.
I've been alive for a long time. Long before I knew you.
I don't think could you do screenshots on phones back then? Like,
I don't know.
Those old Nokia phones. No, you couldn't. There was nothing to take a screenshot of. Could you do a BlackBerry?
Yeah, I don't know. No, but well, I guess if people does Facebook keep all your messages?
I don't know. I haven't been on Facebook in a while. I can't stand Facebook.
That's what's
I
been
can't even stand Instagram.
killing these
but
people is
It is what it is.
old messages that are just still in people's inboxes from 2012 or whatever.
Who keeps that stuff?
Who deletes it, I guess.
I delete a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I get my texts.
Well,
I'm like, oh, okay, I haven't talked to this person in a day. Delete.
really, I don't. I don't
Well,
delete anything.
Okay, wait, I take that back. I save your messages. I have some in here, but like a lot of it, it's like, last texted on, May 2nd, and here it is, the middle of June. Why do I need to keep that old message? That's taking up storage.
So the
in my
government
phone.
can use it if ever necessary. It's for ads. They're selling your information for. What happened the other day?
It's amazing.
I didn't even.
what's
I wasn't
online.
even. What was it? Oh, we were watching that podcast on Rogan with Bill Burr, and they were
Yeah.
smoking a cigar
Uh-huh.
on your
Yes.
account.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And
My YouTube.
I
yeah.
thought to myself, did I say it to you? I don't even know if I said it out. Did I say
No,
it out
yeah,
loud?
you said it. You said it aloud.
Oh, it's microphones then.
I'm
All I
telling
did,
you.
I said, I've been thinking about getting some cigars and
Mhm.
smoking a cigar on the porch.
Mm-hmm. That was it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And
No
then-
search was done.
Right. And then what happens the next day? I open up my YouTube
Mm-hmm.
account, and there's all these videos recommended for me on how to prepare a cigar, how to light a cigar, how to cut a cigar, how not to smoke a cigar.
It's crazy.
I didn't search anything. I didn't
Yeah.
go shopping for any. All I did was say that word
Right.
after watching Joe Rogan and Bill Burr smoke a cigar together.
You know what I realized? That wasn't just like a clip, because you know how Joe Rogan, he posts like the clips of
That's right.
We watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it was in the middle of it. So
Which is weird because I've also watched the Bill Burt podcast, which is Bill Burr and Burt Kreischer,
Uh-huh.
and they smoke a cigar in it every time.
Hmm.
And I've never had those recommendations because I don't think I've ever said out loud, I want to smoke a cigar.
Yeah. It's listening.
We were recorded.
Yeah. It's listening
That's-
to us, and it's taking
How the
those
fuck
things.
else
Yeah.
would that happen?
Exactly. That's happened to me a lot. Like, I don't, even when it's so weird. Like, even when I don't say anything, I'm thinking it.
Oh, that's the worst. That's
and it
the
wasn't
scariest
even a
fucking
search. I didn't see it in any video. It was just like an idea that popped in my head, and it just shows up.
thing. Right?
And
Does
that's what leads me to think, this is going to sound crazy, but I swear, like, when our eyes are watching our phone, there is something in the camera
Oh, no.
scanning our brain and reading our minds.
Or
It could happen.
maybe it's not reading our minds. Maybe it's
Is it deja vu?
maybe it's manipulating our minds. Or even better yet, maybe it's proof that we are living in a simulation.
Oh my gosh.
This is a simulation.
That's crazy. It's just feeding us what they think we want.
Deja vu though, that's a good point there too.
Yeah.
It's just like a very hint of deja vu.
Ugh. It's scary.
Like you have that thought and you're like, and then a little later on, something may have happened
Yeah.
before at that point in your life where you wanted that,
Right.
and there it is.
Ugh. Oh, it's too scary. I've seen it a lot with YouTube. A lot.
Yeah,
I don't
Google.
see those ads anymore or anything. I think
Didn't
I
you
turned
just watch
something
that
like
thing
that
about
off.
how Google started with the CIA and
I didn't finish that.
it's
I gotta
not-
finish it.
it wasn't. It was great. It sounded crazy. I didn't
Oh,
watch all of it either,
man.
but
It started off as like a tool
it's
for the
basically
CIA.
for just spying. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, with Google Earth.
Right.
That's
yeah.
what it started with, or something like that. Oh my gosh. Ugh. That's crazy.
And here we are posting all our thoughts on YouTube.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna
Google's
see
YouTube.
crazy things, and then anyone that listens to this is probably gonna start seeing crazy things in their feeds.
Yeah.
And it's just like an infection going around and around and around in this grand old infinity we're in. Look at that. Google's talking right now. Look, it recorded everything I just said on here on the hey when you say hey Google.
Yeah.
And then it said, sorry, I don't understand. Oh my God. And now it's still recording me. Let me turn this off.
Oh, it
Look, oh, yours is
understands.
going off too.
Because you keep saying, hey, Google.
Oh, sorry.
We have Android phones.
Oh my God. They're all
It's
around.
like every time I cough, the Alexa goes off
Yeah.
and starts recording. Or sneeze.
Well, your coughs and sneeze are so powerful.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It
It
sounds like
does-
an angry man yelling.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like an angry man yelling, Alexa?
Yeah, when you sneeze.
I don't know. I didn't think so. Well, yeah, when I sneeze, sure.
Yeah.
But you said it sounded like I say achoo.
Well, sometimes it does. It's so funny. Well, I don't know. Laugh excuse me, when people sneeze and they have like these big, like mighty sneezes, they're so funny to me.
Sneezes feel so good.
They do.
When it's only like 2 of them, though.
Oh, but when it's a lot, like in a row, it starts to hurt.
Yeah, like when the season starts to change
Mm-hmm.
and I'm outside and I mow the lawn and I sneeze 55 fucking times in a row. The whole time I'm mowing the lawn. You've seen me, right?
Oh, yeah, I've seen you.
My nose is just a fucking snail trail
Oh, gross.
to the ground. Yeah. That's not fun.
Do you do that little dance move when you sneeze? I always happen to do that. It's like what's that called? That
I don't dance when I sneeze.
I don't know, like my body just like jerks, like my hand raises, like my right arm is like it's like I'm
Like Mario hitting the question mark block.
Yes, that's what I do when I sneeze. Yeah, 'cause my whole body moves. Yeah. What does he say?
What was that? Mario 64?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Woo.
Whoopsie!
That's so true.
That's funny. That
Oh
reminds
my
me of
gosh.
Rocky.
Oh gosh.
Not the movie.
Oh, okay, your friend Rocky.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
There was
boy.
a week straight. I think we ran around Tempe, Arizona, just jumping and saying those words.
Oh my gosh.
And then we flooded ASU's.
Oh no! Don't admit to something you're gonna regret.
Well, they won't know what date it was.
Oh boy.
I can't get in trouble.
Okay.
I shouldn't say we. He did it. It was him.
Enough said. Oh my goodness. But yeah, these devices are crazy. I swear it's like only a matter of time before, the little devices we have on our kitchen counter and our bathroom, our bedroom, they're going to be walking around here like for real human like looking robots. It's like
Oh,
Rosie,
yeah.
like from the Jetsons.
They're almost
yeah,
here
they're
for
gonna,
sure.
Yeah, they're gonna be here making your food, babysitting your kids.
You know what's crazy? And I'm pretty sure this is true.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe the majority of technology advances come from the porn industry.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, no,
Like virtual
thoughts
reality
get into my
was
head now.
because of porn, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. Wow.
Yeah. They're always on the forefront
Huh.
of different technologies. They're so rich too. Yeah, we don't have to stay on that subject.
Got all quiet.
It was just in my head. We won't talk about that. Nana and Papa.
Oh. Well, so so say Amazon or the Goog comes out. Google, I just said that for short, because I don't want my phone to wake up. But say like they came out with this Alexa for your home, and it's like a full it looks like a human, like me and you, but it's a robot, and she'll like do all your chores. She'll make dinners.
Yes, please.
That's crazy, though.
No.
You wouldn't. Would you even let her
I think
babysit
well,
the kids?
It's dangerous, though. I think something like that, men will become so misogynistic to that thing, and women would probably stab it in the face.
Wow.
Because women are mean to other women. There would have to be a male counterpart.
Okay, so Alex or Alexa.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or okay, yeah, okay. I can see that.
Yeah, there would have to be two.
Wow, that's crazy.
And then there'd end up being two in each house.
I think people would become, people who had them may become like so dependent on them, and then like they could start forgetting how to cook. Someone.
Well, the thing is, with the
that's
one,
just an example.
yeah, forgetting how to cook.
Yeah, that's like my fear.
What happens when the internet goes out? They just and then they just burn the steak.
They just drop dead. They just drop on the floor. Oh man.
Do they need the internet?
Oh, what if they don't?
How's all that stored?
How are they powered?
That thing would be
Yeah, that'd be a beast.
expensive with all that
Oh, that's crazy.
memory inside them. They would have.
Unless it was some secret and they were like half human, like I don't know, genetically made with
Like a transformer.
Yeah. Something.
Well, they weren't
not like
genetically-
transfer. Like
They're by
what's that called?
by
Bionic?
That's what the word I was trying to avoid saying, but
Well, let's just imagine they're half human, half robot. So technically, they don't need to be charged or depend on Wi-Fi.
they would have to be charged. What charges
That's
them?
crazy.
They-
Yeah, I guess you're right.
If
yeah.
they didn't have to be charged, then we don't need them anymore, and we don't need to pay an electric company anymore.
Right. And then human race is gone then. Because don't you think
What? No.
these robots would want
I
to
just mean
take over?
that's a type of energy that.
Oh. I'm just so scared now. I'm thinking of the worst. Is that what iRobot was about?
I never watched that.
I never watched it either. But every time, like, I went into Fry's Electronics in Arizona, and you go in the TV section where they sold all the TVs, it was always on there.
Yeah, it was
And in Circuit City.
I couldn't stand the cover of that movie. That's probably why I never watched it.
Yeah, that's not a good Will Smith movie. Sorry for anyone that liked iRobot.
Maybe I did watch it. I don't remember though.
iRobot. Did you ever see that movie? Well, I guess you wouldn't have, but there was this movie called Smart.
You guess I wouldn't have? Why?
Okay, well, it came on the Disney Channel years ago.
Oh, Smart House.
Smart House with the woman who played Al Bundy's wife on Married with Children. Yes, they had this house, and it was a smart home. And she was like,
you put it
built
on
in
like a
as
month
Pat.
ago.
Yes.
I didn't watch it.
We
though.
didn't finish watching it. But like she was so nice and she made them food. There was like little smoothies that'll like pop out of the kitchen counter ready for them to drink and everything. And then like she went crazy and she took over. Like there were oranges falling out of the ceiling. Smart House is probably on the Disney app thing right now. It's a cute movie.
It was Disney?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Disney
Yeah.
Plus.
Mm-hmm.
I just watched the first episode of The Jetsons. I didn't watch all of it, but I put it on HBO Max. And that's when they got Rosie, was the first one. Their kitchen was acting up. They had a kitchen that just, you pushed a button. It was so stupid. And it was, oh man, it definitely didn't age well, that show.
Wow. I love the Jetsons.
Yeah, it was great. It was great, but it was weird too, because when the intro came in, they drew the advertising for
Colgate.
Colgate, yeah.
Oh, like an animated cartoon?
Yeah. So
ad?
instead of having it was like brought to you by Colgate, but it was in, the narrator's voice, and they drew the in the Jetsons cartoon. It was kind of cool, actually. I wish they would go back to doing that in cartoons. And they made a little Colgate cartoon, and then went on with the show. And I was like, that was real.
And didn't they have it in there? Like
It was part of episode 1. It wasn't like
wow.
a extra.
Huh.
It was just the beginning of episode 1.
I have to watch that again.
Yeah, I
haven't seen the Jetsons
it was kind of
in a
funny.
long time.
But yeah, it was real funny how all the women were just complaining about how hard they work, just pushing buttons. Do stuff.
That's the
all it was
future.
like, oh, you have no idea how hard it is to be a stay-at-home mother. I had to put the egg machine didn't make the eggs when I pushed the egg button.
Did she make it herself?
She did and it was she woke up early to do exercises, and her exercises were just sticking her hands out and then putting out her button finger.
That's crazy. They probably ended up like the people in Wall-E.
Oh,
Eventually
yeah.
in that spaceship.
Just fat.
Yeah, they got big.
Just porkers.
Yeah, because they didn't do anything. They had all the robots.
I know. That's why I'm
See?
starting to not dig technology.
Yeah, we can't depend on it all the time. I mean,
That's
these
true.
phones, they take you over. Like sometimes, like I try to think about how long I'm on my phone, and I don't know, but a lot of people do this. I know I do a lot, but it's just like I can't go anywhere without my phone. Like even if I'm not on it, it's like it has to be in your hand. You have to know where it is. It's like another child sometimes.
Yeah, I really try to.
It's crazy.
I used to. It used to be bad
connected.
for me. Like, I heard somebody say it the other day, but like, if you show someone your phone, like a picture or anything, we're like, yeah, or somebody's like, oh, let me see, and they take your phone, I would freak out. Like, no, you can't.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're gonna do with
Yeah.
it.
And even
Give it
if
back to me.
you don't have anything to hide. I
Yeah.
felt like that, but I don't have anything crazy or
Yeah.
like scandalous on my phone.
Yeah,
So why do we feel that way?
I don't anymore.
Yeah.
I think I only felt that way when I was hiding stuff. Now I can
okay.
I can leave it. Like, see, mine's way over there. I can't even
Yeah.
reach it.
Okay.
I have forgotten my phone.
You have. It has.
I
been
don't
laying
even
around.
care about it anymore.
Yeah.
I turn on. It's always on do not disturb. I don't care
Oh, yeah,
about
that's
anybody
right.
talking to me until Vivi you know who
Lim-
shows
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Like, I've been calling you. You must not have your phone on.
See, I feel I have to have mine a lot with me because I don't know. I get like I love, as everyone knows, I love to write. I'm always writing, and as I go through the day, even if I'm not on my phone, I may hear a sound or music or something that gives me inspiration for a story, and I'm like, oh, I gotta have my phone with me so I can write it down and insert that into a future poem or story or something. So that's what I mainly use my phone.
You should get a recorder.
I just don't like listening to my voice. I don't even listen to these podcasts
I get it.
again. I can't.
Your voice is whoo. I'm just kidding. I know what it's like to hear your own voice on a recording. It does not sound the same.
I do have a memo pad and pen in my purse, but then it's like, I'm not going to walk around. I don't have pockets a lot of the time. I'm not going to walk around with a memo pad and a pen.
Just do the old school thing. Put it in your bra.
Gross. No way.
Didn't we watch that stand up? It was just a clip of that lady, that big old lady.
She took out like a cup with ice.
She started out and she went into her bra and took out a napkin and set it on her stool, and then she just kept talking to the crowd, and then went in the other side, pulled out a fucking glass and put it on the stool, went back in again, took out a Ziploc of ice, took the ice out of the bag and put it in the glass, went in again, took out a bottle of vodka, poured the vodka in, pulled out a bottle of juice, poured the juice in.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, it was so funny.
How did she do
though.
that? Was she a magician?
No, come on! You saw the size of this lady's fucking cups. Was like, I don't even know. It was like, studio apartment.
That's so weird. It's so weird. I've only done that like one time, and it was like when I was in the club a long time ago. I don't go to any clubs or anything like that.
Well, I don't think there are any out here.
No.
Not in this.
Probably in Charlotte, maybe.
Oh, yeah. No, not where we live, though.
No. It's just bingo.
I go to the governor's pub.
Yeah. Bingo night.
Is there bingo? I'd love to go to bingo.
So, yeah.
I've always wanted to do that.
I have too.
And you're shitting on it, but you really want to do it.
What was that? Was that in Breaking Bad when they had bingo?
Was it bingo?
Or was it Saul doing it?
Better Call Saul. Yeah, he
was helping like at the nursing home or something.
Yeah,
like
when he
that.
was trying to get a big payday.
Yeah,
we never finished that show.
We have to. It's on Netflix. I've been seeing things about Kim on there, the blonde girl. Yeah. So, and they're comparing her to like, I don't know if it was like a season finale or something, but all I saw was comparisons to about Kim and Daenerys Targaryen, and I was like, I definitely got to see it now, because anything where Game of Thrones is at, I'm at. I'm obsessed.
That's true.
With the books.
I'm flooded out here. The TV in our bedroom is your TV.
I just wish I had dragons. Oh, man.
How many times do you think you've seen that show? It's always on. It is always on. It's never not on.
Happy.
And if it's not on, the actual show's not on, it's YouTube
analysis. Story analysis. Yeah, I love it. How long has it been over? Like a year. I love the books more than the show.
That must be it.
But the visuals of the show are so
currently
pretty.
reading the books, I don't think he'd be as into it.
No. Remember, I had this obsession with Mad Men.
Yeah.
I watched that show over
and over
and over again.
Beginning.
Yeah.
Me and you was Mad Men.
It's a great
you got
show.
Me into it was a good show.
Great show.
But, I had a lot of nights watching that alone, and
makes you drink.
I would. Oh my goodness! Yeah. Watching that show, I used to smoke cigarettes, and I probably smoked a pack of cigarettes in a night. I'd probably watch it for 4 hours, and I'd smoke a pack of cigarettes and drink a bottle of tequila.
All the drinking and smoking.
Yeah,
on that show.
It was.
Yeah.
It
was crazy. Well, good thing when we watched Breaking Bad, we didn't get into that habit.
Or Dexter.
Oh my God.
What if that's what it did to people watching TV?
That's terrible.
Start killing people.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's fun.
Dexter was really good. I didn't like the ending.
I know.
That
I was
much.
just gonna say that the ending was.
Yeah, I think Breaking Bad had.
Breaking Bad needs another season.
Ending.
No, it needs another season.
I was satisfied with that.
Nope.
I felt there was. Yeah, I was happy with that.
Game of Thrones
Oh my
needs to start over.
Well, I don't think the books will end the same. We'll see. I'm waiting for
I hope
Mr.
not.
Martin to
There's no
get
fucking
him.
way. Yeah,
Get him
like,
out.
Just make a little kids book
us
for
see.
chapter 8, his last one. Picture book. That's basically season 8 for Game of Thrones.
The Winds of Winter.
What a fucking disappointment.
Yeah. I don't. It makes more sense.
I was out of
about
breath
Bran.
because of how rushed it was.
Yeah, it was very rushed.
They needed to slow that down.
Yeah.
Slow that down.
Well, based on
I'm talking like Kellen.
what I see about Bran in the books and Daenerys, it's the paths that led to this ending we saw. It's starting to make sense once you read the books. There just needed to be more context behind it all.
It was too quick.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm on book 4 now, A Feast for Crows. So
How many books are there?
there's one more after this, book 5, and then the one we're waiting on, I believe, is book 6, The Winds of Winter, and then there's supposed to be a 7th one.
What?
But he said, George R. R.
That
Martin
guy's gonna
said,
die before he finishes
better
them.
not. He's not. He
Are you
was
kidding me?
working.
He's like 700 pounds.
Don't say that. He
Is
was
he
working.
not?
No comment. He was where he said he was in isolation when with the plague going on, and he was just working on the story. So
That
I'm
man
hoping he
is
can
just
get it
eating
out.
KFC and
Don't say
drinking
that.
Diet Coke like the president.
I just wish he could get
Oh, he probably can't go down a little
no
slope
Okay.
either. Ramp.
Gosh. I'm sure he's doing good. He's in good spirits. He will finish.
He better
the
be.
book.
He better be.
Please finish the book. I need to know.
It's gonna be you that
books.
finishes. That's what it's gonna
Oh my
happen.
gosh. I'll have it going on forever.
He's gonna die before the last one, and then you're
I
gonna
wish.
you're gonna be chosen.
No, maybe Stephen King can do it
That-
and finish it.
Stephen King.
That'd be cool.
I don't think so.
It'd be like this terrifying twist or something.
Yeah, I don't know if
It'd
he
be
could do it right.
He'll write it fast though.
Probably
That's for sure.
in one night.
God, I wish I could write as fast as he does.
Well,
Gosh.
I don't think he has a family like we do.
I think he's married. He has kids.
I just,
But he has the money to go and rent a
Right.
summer house
That's
or
what I
something
mean.
and be in isolation and write. I would love to do that.
we're done
Ugh.
moving for a while, and we're in some Matchbox.
Yeah, we just have so many kids. So I was
So
writing.
many.
I was
so
writing
many.
the other day.
I don't even know how many we have.
Yeah. Well, I was writing that. I was trying to write the other day, and then child number 3 comes in. Oh, can I have a nice pop? I'm like, go ahead. The child number 4 comes in. Can I have a nice pop? Oh, yes. And then they keep coming in for random things. Like, oh, did you know I
Isn't that
pooped
annoying?
today?
They're silly questions. We'll be cutting up watermelon,
Mhm.
and 2 of the children will start eating it, and then another child will come out. Oh, Dad.
Number 1.
Number 1. Oh, Dad. That's 90% of what is told to me. Speak of the devil. Jesus Christ. He just came in the
You
room.
should
Oh, Dad.
and then asking, can I have watermelon?
Can I have some?
Of course.
No, you can't.
I
Of
think-
course not.
I
Why
think-
would you be allowed to have watermelon when we're all eating watermelon?
I think we've made it clear. If someone has it,
Yeah, and
you can have
which
it.
is also my fault because I've also ingrained into them that they need to ask for special treats. They can't just grab, because I don't want them to be fat. And they used to
just
always
grabbing
just be like,
everything.
yeah, and they'd eat like 6 Pop-Tarts a day or whatever it was. And it ended up being gone. And you'd be like, you know what? Groceries cost money, number one.
Mhm.
Children. Yeah. So I think that has a little bit to do with why they ask stupid questions, because I tell them to.
Yeah.
I
That's true.
train them to.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a
Yeah.
good thing. But still, I mean, when we're all eating watermelon, to just stand there hovering, watching.
Can you imagine, like, we put dinner on the table? and,
Can
like,
I have
sit
some?
there- Yeah.
That's
eat some more, please.
Oh, it's so funny. Or number 2 coming in. We have chores. I don't know if we talked about chores. All our kids have chores.
Mm-hmm.
We make them work because we don't want to. And we want them to actually know what to do in life when they grow up. That's what chores are for, is to teach kids how to do shit that adults are supposed to know how to do. So that's why you make your kids do chores, you idiots out there that don't.
Okay.
Anyway, my point was, what was my point? Was it number 2 that I was talking about? Number 2 said something stupid the other day, right? What did she say? Oh, right. So she was doing the kitchen. That was her. They flip flop. They don't always do the same thing. They rotate stuff. So she was cleaning the kitchen after dinner. That's all she had to do. She cleaned up dinner mess and put away dishes. And in doing so, if there's still food left out on the counter or on the stove or whatever, that happens a lot. If I make more food than what will feed the whole family, it'll stay in the pot or the pan or the Instapot or whatever it is. But she, the other day, she asked, hey, what should I do with this food? Should I throw the food away? Like, have you...
The leftovers.
Number 1, when have we ever thrown food away? We don't throw food.
We save that.
We have
It's lunch.
so many different Tupperwares. We have a whole cabinet and a half of a cabinet full of Tupperwares.
There's a lot.
Just because
Mm-hmm.
we're food lovers. We cook
Yeah.
a lot of food and we save it. We love leftovers.
Yeah. Leftovers are great.
My leftovers are the shit.
Yeah. Yep.
I have professional
Yeah. It tastes just like it's a second
leftover.
dinner.
I mean, Tupperwares.
You have it for lunch.
We have restaurant doggy bag style to go order Tupperwares. Okay. We have so many because we have so much left. We have a lot of food that we keep.
Mm-hmm.
And she asked, should I throw the food away? We also have a dog that we don't buy dog food for. She eats what we eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, no onion, none of that poison stuff.
Yeah.
To all of those who think that we're murdering our dog,
I don't know.
we don't do that. Okay, we feed her the good stuff.
Yeah, chicken and rice.
Chicken and rice and eggs and all the good stuff.
Yeah. She's chunky now.
She's a fat. She's shedding a lot though now.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Because it's getting hot.
Yeah. It's like little what are those things that are in cartoons that roll around in like the desert? What are those called? I forgot what those are
And
called.
they're in real life too.
Tumbleweeds.
In Arizona. You never
Yes.
saw a tumbleweed in Arizona?
Not like the ones in cartoons. I
Then you've
haven't.
never lived in Arizona.
Well, I was there. I was there. But anyway, her hair, when it comes off, I'll see it sometimes in the corner of my in my eye.
The corner of your ear?
I misspoke. In the corner of my eye, and it's going, just floating across the floor, just tumbling, because we got the ceiling fan on, and I always think it's a bug, so I'm like always jumping,
Mhm.
and it's just her hair bouncing, floating across the floor.
Yeah. Which it's not that casual though when it happens.
No,
It's always
huge.
this is you when it happens.
Oh, when I get scared.
When it happens. Oh my god! Every time. Oh my god, what's that?
I have a huge fear of
And she jumps back
bugs.
and like curls up. She puts her.
I do not do that
She
all the
brings
time.
her hands to her
this-
heart.
This does
Oh
not
my God.
happen. This
And then points
this
out a
is
little.
slander.
What's that?
Nope.
Every time. Although you do try to hide it sometimes.
Yeah, or
Sometimes
I know-
you will be like,
yeah.
what was that?
I can't take creepy crawlers. I think we talked about that in a few episodes back. I can't do it. I need to be hypnotized to get this fear.
I still am
me.
curious if hypnosis works, if it's real.
I think it. I believe it is.
You think that somebody
Mm-hmm.
can put me under a spell
Mm-hmm.
for
Maybe not
2
a spell,
hours.
It's just reworking your rewiring.
No,
your brain.
wait. I'm talking about, you know how they make people act like chickens
Oh,
or just do silly stuff?
quite possibly.
I mean, I know I've seen video of it, and I've seen the people see the video of it and be like, what? I can't imagine being able to have that happen to me.
Well, I don't know. I think
I think I'm too stubborn to be hypnotized.
Really?
I do. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think
I would love
I don't
to
think
be
it would
hypnotized.
work on me ever.
Oh, I think it will work on me. I read a book a while ago. It was called Many Lives, Many Masters. What was his name? I think it's by Brian Weiss. But it was about gosh, I haven't read it in so long, a psychologist, and this woman came in to see him. She was having so many troubles. She had a lot of fears, and he used like hypnotizing things to access her past lives and kind of tune into her fears back then, and so she could live a better life now. But like, she was hypnotized and she accessed like all the previous lives she lived and stuff, and what she'd been through, what she'd seen, and he recorded it. And it apparently,
this real?
Yeah, it was based on a true story, and it helped her.
Past lives.
Yes.
That's strange how
I
you've
love
kind of done
that
the same
book.
thing.
Yeah, I would love to do that. I need to.
But didn't you already
do that? What?
get your past live information?
No, I had
From-
a tarot card.
What was her
reading.
name? Jude.
Oh, Ida. Yeah, well, she told me one of my past lives was I was Egyptian. I lived in Egypt, and she explained my fear of bugs.
I think we talked about this before.
Yeah, I think so. But I got bit by a scarab or something, and then
Scarab,
she
yeah.
took my arm and just pointed right to a birthmark that was on it. And it's not like it's a big birthmark or really evident. Like, it's really light. You can barely see it.
But she saw it.
She saw it.
Mm-hmm. She
And-
saw it. And
but
she pointed
she-
at it.
Well, yeah, she
And
said
she
that
probably
was
saw it
it.
before and was like,
Oh my gosh.
I know what I'm going to say about that.
Okay, whatever. I believe it.
What was the lady that was always on the radio that was trying to get people to, what was her name? Remember? The big,
A psychic?
yeah, the big psychic.
Miss Cleo?
Yeah, Miss
Call
Cleo.
the no!
I couldn't do that.
But she was a fake. She was fake.
Aren't they all?
Yeah, but well, I mean, didn't she get in trouble?
You said yeah.
No, Ida wasn't a psychic. She's just.
What was she?
I don't know.
How do you know her?
I worked with her.
Oh, what was the other lady?
Ooh, the one that did the tarot card reading?
I don't know. There was two different people.
Gosh, that was a long
and
time ago.
Such and such.
It was a friend
said,
of a
"Oh,
friend of a
she
friend.
messed it up. She wasn't supposed to tell you that."
Oh, I don't want to talk about that. Oh boy. Okay, no, that's for another time.
I mean,
another
oh man, she messed it up. I didn't mean to downplay him. I love
Okay.
that guy.
All right, okay, enough of that.
So just two? Was there just two people that you
Yeah, just
had
two.
those?
That's told me about different past lives and things like that. Really interesting stuff. But I want to see for myself. That's why I would love to be hypnotized. I don't know, where do you get something like that? Like, you just gotta.
We should look up. Oh, is there like a Yellow Pages out here for
Yeah, there's a Yellow Pages. We have one in the kitchen.
party? We do?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah. The Outer Banks and everything.
Oh, so we might have to go to the beach. That's probably where we would go. We have
Yeah.
to go to one of the witch doctors. I'd love to. Their name's probably Ida or something like it.
Gosh. Well, I would love to go. Maybe when we have a
That could be fun.
date night.
Oh, yeah, when your
go.
parents come out here and we
Mhm.
get a babysitter.
Yep. Maybe we could spend the night out there. I'm thinking that'd be nice.
I don't know about that.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine. I don't know about your parents
That'll be good. They'll be staying
in
here.
our house. They don't even know how to use a TV.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm not saying that and nobody knows how to use anybody else's TV.
I know, it's so complicated now. You gotta
I can't go anywhere and know how to use their TV.
It's not like in the old days.
Yeah,
where
everybody
you just
has
pick up
their
one
own
remote.
setup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't trying to talk
Yeah.
down on them. Like,
No, no, I
they're
know.
old.
No, I know. Well, like in 50 years, we may not know how to work a lot of TVs.
That's very easy to do. I mean, to not know how to do.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's intimidating. I've been over other people's houses, even a few years ago, and then you go and they're like, "Ooh,
Right.
can I watch TV?"
Everybody has different speakers set up, different devices.
gizmos, and
Yeah, none of my friends'
Lights.
house could unless
Yeah.
all they had was a TV and a TV remote. That's the only time that you could be like, "Oh yeah, I know how to use this."
that's so funny.
But no, it's like, well, no, you're gonna send it to SAT, and then you got to use this remote.
HDMI 3, you're on 2.
Right. Oh no, yeah, we were playing the PS4 earlier. So and, if you want to change it over to the
No,
Amazon
don't
Fire.
press that button.
Right. Now you fucked it up. Now we gotta start over. Now I gotta go switch the breaker box.
Yeah, you turn off the fan,
Right.
the ceiling fan, or something. It's so hot.
All right. Looks and sounds like it's time to put children to bed.
Yep.
We'll close it out. We appreciate everyone who's made it this far. Of course, please subscribe if you haven't yet.
And
Yeah,
and share,
wherever you're listening.
comment.
However you follow, just do it, please. It really helps. Any algorithm. It helps us branch out to other people in their suggestions. So anytime that you can subscribe, it really does help us. There's also a donation button if you so please. That would really help us to start bringing in revenue so that we can upgrade our podcast and make things sound a lot better and get more content out to you guys more frequently and on a more regular basis. We try to be less interrupted. But Until next time, this is Nick,
And Kirsten.
and we're always interrupted.